So since it's on my mind before I go do what I gotta do. So yeah, it's like, no day is perfect. I mean, some people in their world it is perfect. Some couples they just don't have issues. It just works. It just clicks. Some people they do go through some things or whatever. I feel like at some point a situation arises. Again, nothing's perfect, but people don't have to blast it all out there for the world either, But it, it's good to at least have one trusting friend, one trusted source that you talk to them outside of your relationship, your friendship, or whatever, and it's gonna stay between you and that person, because sometimes there's gonna be things that you may not want to go to your partner and talk about. That's understandable. And again, bringing platonic. Now I'm gonna add platonic into it, even if they don't live in your household and it's just your mother, your sibling, a friend, or whatever. There should be healthy communication. Hey, you did this, it bothers me. you know I don't really think it should be agreed to disagree, but some people just see things their side, and that's okay. And then that's when you choose yourself and you walk away. If you can't respect me, lover, friend, homie, whatever, parent, cousin, you leave me no choice but to choose myself. The choice I'm gonna choose is me. And then go on your merry old way. It's gonna hurt, you know. It's like a death. It's almost like the friendship. The friendship breakups be worse than the relationship breakups, because you're like, yo, you, like with Chantel, I'm like, you, but I'm not surprised because of the character. Look at what the person, look at what she's done to me. Everybody's character has already shown me in my personal life. Everybody's character has shown me who they are at core. At best, barely. Because it's like you don't even know how sinister some of these people are. But I know, so I move accordingly. I moved out the way. Always choose yourself. Always. And remember, age doesn't define anything. I'm 32. There's a 15-year-old who's probably way more mature than me, and I'm 32. There's probably a 71-year-old who is immature as hell, and their 21-year-old granddaughter who may get drunk every weekend because she's in school for nursing or law. And I just say those two because it's a lot of studying. There's others too, so I don't want to discredit, but I'm just saying, so now on Friday, Friday and Saturday, she wants to get shit faced, white girl wasted or whatever. But she's mature. She's just letting loose. She's just enjoying the fruits of her labor. But the 71-year-old grandma is shunning her and coming down on her just because, oh, back in my day, bitch, we ain't back in the Stone Age, okay? Not for nothing, back in your day, there probably wasn't even women's rights. Women had to be at the house. Now it's a different day and age. We have rights. We're able to do whatever we want. So come on, don't shit on my parade. So age does not define a damn thing. Again, I know 20-year-olds who are more mature than 60-year-olds. And I know 60-year-olds who are more mature than 90-year-olds, and vice versa. That age thing is just, I honestly don't even know the point of us even having a birthday. And I'm not even saying it like that, because before I used to like my birthday, want to celebrate, but I never, as I got older, didn't really have celebrations and stuff like that. So I'm not one who's like really big on birthdays, like some balloons and a chocolate cake and maybe some smell goods or something, but it's some food. I'm always down to eat. Always down to eat. Now, when I was pregnant, I really didn't have an appetite like that. But what, man? Listen, listen, man, listen. Um, and then again for my king, but everybody can take it. We awoke in each other, and we're stronger together. Now, as far as the spiritual aspect, my spiritual spouse and stuff like that, not knowing whom you you are, sir. um, I think it's dope that although I don't know who you are, we're fighting this thing out. Like, what's understood doesn't have to be explained. And then for the collective, the soul tribe, the star seeds, 144K, I think it's amazing on a global scale now that I'm awake and I know what's going on. Like, my karmic baby father can't pull wool over my eyes, but the fact that I know what's going on and to see the domino effect that it makes, like, that's crazy. And not being boastful, but to be the chosen one, like God's right hand woman and DMX is God's left hand man. Do you not understand the caliber of that? And then, I could say DMX, or I could say, King Osiris. However, but then to see where everybody else plays. Like, to learn what I'm learning about the Watchers and other things and stuff like that, and then to see where certain people fit in the universe, but in my life, my soul tribe, like my soul tribe, because energy is everything. And when I'm telling you, I've never felt that before with people ever in my life until this year. And then now to see everything, man, I'm telling you, there better be mad fireworks, bro. Mad fireworks. Like, that's a symbol. Like, fireworks, bro. Like, the questions that I have on a spiritual tip. Teacher-student moment. Because remember, he who knows everything knows nothing. We can always learn. Every day is a new day to learn, right? I'm learning about myself every single day in the view of the world. And that's something, thank you, universe. That's something that I wanted to bring back to spirit. Because I seen, bring back to spirit. Side note, whatever. I was watching a video. Me and my videos, right? I was watching a video and it was sitting there talking about, like, oh, tarot isn't everything or whatever. No, tarot is. You can make a movie with tarot. You could sit there and sit with them cards and be like, hey, give me a storyline for, it's all the intention that you put into it. Yeah, everything else plays into it too, but no, we gotta give credit to the tarot. Remember who's the mother of magic, mother of insert. You can call me anything you want, but you cannot say I'm not a child of God. And not saying it like that. Do you truly know what it feels like to literally look in the eyes of gods and goddesses? Like, do you truly know what it looks like to look God in the eyes and look the devil in the eyes? Somebody who is afraid of death, right? Now I'm just like, that's dope. I think I kind of want to tap into my mortician bag. I have a different vibration and understanding for death that is peaceful. And that kind of scares me in a weird way, because I know people say that they're like at peace with death, but it's like, I'm at peace with it, but I can't explain it. Like, this spiritual journey, this spiritual path is crazy. That's why, not for nothing, and listen, we're going to be switching timelines and all that today. But it's like, people who are trying to come from my spot respectfully, you couldn't handle this. You couldn't. I don't care what dollar amount, what peen was involved. I don't care. I don't care. You cannot walk my shoes. And there's people who've unfortunately been through worse than me. That even at their worst, they couldn't walk these shoes. And that may sound like, whoa, hold on. I'm not even trying to be like that, but I'm just saying, as far as spiritual wise, physical, okay, whatever. But as far as spiritual, those who get it. And those who don't. So I commend all the kings and queens who really hold their relationships down, hold their families down, speak up for their families, don't let nobody come for their families, no matter how near, far, sideways, whatever. They don't play about this. They stand 10 toes. I don't care anywhere where I'm at in the world, but I'm going to still make sure you're good. I'm going to still protect you. I don't care what happens with no birdhouse and stuff like that. Them birds are still coming a step. Like, I may have my moments, I may have my days and stuff like that, but this is really dope to see on a love aspect. And again, romantic and platonic, the lives being changed, relationships being changed, whether good or bad, because a lot of people didn't understand what was going on. A lot of people don't know about magic. A lot of people don't understand what's really going on in the churches right now. A lot of people don't understand predictive programming and stuff like that. Why are you paying all this money for these subscriptions and stuff like that? Another form of getting these people rich. If we're not going to get them in the church, we're going to get them elsewhere. And black folk, stop being consumers. You're too intelligent. Or let me say my melanated people. Everybody is, so I don't want to sound like that, but tap in. Tap in. There's so much knowledge. Every single one of you have a skill. I don't care if you're cooking. I don't care if you used to trap. Listen, you could start a math class. You know about ounces and you know about weights and all that, kilos, all that. You can break it down real quick. People know how to do hair, makeup. You don't always have to show your face. Like me, I'm getting comfortable showing my face on camera. Before, I didn't want to show my face at all. But then they hacked all my YouTube accounts, so I had to switch up and, chestnut checkers. And now I'm forced to show my face. But I didn't realize my house was surveillance either, too. So my face has already been on the internet. They're making money off of me that I haven't even received a dime. And, YouTube doesn't pay until the 21st. But I'm not worried about that because God has me. So it is what it is. Like, you can't break God. Like, you can't. And God's within you. Not the whitewashed. God's within you. Your creator source. Open up them chakras. Learn about chakras. And today's what? Thursday? I'm gonna be putting out a video of gratitude to YouTubers that helped me out, because again, it's a battle of love and war. And the collective, the soul tribe, spiritually, they've been hit. I've been feeling bad. Somebody had a gas issue or a carbon monoxide issue, was breathing it in, one of the YouTubers. I'm like, I know they sent spiritual warfare. Like, it's just crazy. But the karmics got bodies dropping, our God's army. So, but yeah, I want to give gratitude to YouTubers, and the main thing for me saying that is there's other people, because I don't know everything. Granted, I want to learn stuff, but some things just aren't my field. Like, you go into the bread aisle, you go into every aisle, they got different french fries, different breads, different brands of jelly, so on and so forth, seasonings. That's what it is, basically, So I got my lane that I'm in, and then there's other people who are experts at theirs. Granted, I can be a student, I have no issue with that, but there's other people who I would like to put them on so you guys can go and gain higher consciousness from them. So I'll probably do like a slideshow or something or whatever for that. But that's it's already done. Peace.